Hi, my name is Jaime Samarel.
Hi, and I'm Sumana Rangachar. I work with Jaime Samarel.
Sumana and I are attorneys in the Housing Unit of Legal Services of the Hudson Valley, a provider of free civil legal services to those individuals who qualify. We at Legal Services would like to take this opportunity to wish you and your families health and safety during this unprecedented and rather confusing time in history. As a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, many tenants are experiencing a change in their household income, perhaps due to loss of employment, or a change in their household composition, perhaps as a result of a friend or a family member sheltering in place with you at this time. We at Legal Services have put together a list of rights and responsibilities that we think every tenant in subsidized housing or anyone with a Section 8 housing choice voucher should be aware of. And please also keep in mind, you're going to hear general information in this announcement. If you're interested in specific legal advice, please contact our central intake unit at 877-574-8529, Mondays through Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sumana?
Thanks, Jaime. If you're a tenant in federally subsidized housing, such as Section 8 or HUD housing, your rent is based on your household income, which is generally 30%, and includes benefits like Social Security and wages earned by adults. If your household income is decreased, for example, if you've been laid off or furloughed from your job, you must immediately report this decrease to your public housing authority or Section 8 office that you normally go to for recertification. You must also report changes in your household composition, such as if an adult child moves out or moves back home, and also if your household income increases, you must report this increase to your public housing authority as soon as possible. HUD has allowed public housing in Section 8 to relax their rules on how changes are reported and what backup documents are needed in this time of COVID. If you have any questions and want more information, the best person to call is your caseworker to talk about your needs and what you need to show as proof for these changes. Jaime?
Thank you, Sumana. If you're a tenant in subsidized housing or a Section 8 housing choice voucher holder, and you get a letter or notice from your public housing administrator informing you that you face the possibility of eviction or loss of your subsidy, you have the right to participate in what is known as an informal hearing or a grievance hearing. Similarly, if your request for a change in your household composition is denied, or you disagree with the amount that your portion of the monthly contract rent has been set at, you have a right to such a hearing. And please remember, even if you lose the grievance hearing, you cannot lawfully be removed from your home unless and until you've been served with a warrant of eviction by a sheriff, a marshal, or if they have them in your area, a constable. And this can only happen after your landlord has brought you to court for an eviction proceeding. Sumana?
Very good information, Jaime. If you apply for federally subsidized housing or a voucher and are denied, you have the right to an informal review to appeal this. This will come to you as a notice in your mailbox. It will have the date, time, and place of this informal review, and it is very important to attend this informal review. Remember that changes in income or household composition must be reported to your housing authority in a timely manner, and most preferably in writing. The date that you report the change is the date that the housing authority generally uses when they make the adjustment to your rent. Jaime?
Thank you, Sumana. If you believe that you have a grievance and you want a hearing, you must submit a request for the informal hearing in writing. Now, in the notice that you've received that you have a disagreement with, there's usually a deadline in that notice when such requests have to be submitted. Remember, it's imperative that you submit your request in writing to the PHA before the deadline expires. By hand, you can write 2 requests for an informal hearing. You'll bring them both with you to the PHA. One will be given to be put in your file. The other will be date stamped and handed back to you. When you get the notice, It'll have the date, time, and place of the hearing. Sumana?
Thanks, Jamie. Because of the COVID-19 crisis, many public housing authority offices are not seeing people in person, and some have reduced staff or hours. While you used to be able to pick up and drop off your forms at this office, due to the pandemic, we have now created a form to use to report a change of income or household composition. This form can be found on our homepage at www.legalservicesofthehudsonvalley.org. We recommend that you email or fax this form to the Housing Authority if you have the resources to do so. If you do not, we recommend that you send a hard copy in the mail, certified, return receipt requested, and keep a copy for your records. One good tip, should you need to prove the date that you sent this application, is to take a picture of yourself putting your application into the mailbox, and maybe also emailing a copy to a friend, and in the email writing that you want them to have a backup copy of what you mailed. Jamie?
Thank you, Sumana. Good points all. If you're a tenant in subsidized housing, or you've got a Section 8 housing choice voucher, and you're a victim of domestic violence, you have important rights and protections under the Violence Against Women Act, or VAWA. You cannot be evicted or have your tenancy terminated because of instances of domestic violence, such as if the police have been to your home because of conflicts you've had with your abuser. You're entitled to an emergency transfer or an emergency housing voucher. Your caseworker will be able to provide you with the necessary forms to help you facilitate such a move. If you're interested in getting the number of the domestic violence hotline in your area, call the New York State Domestic and Sexual Violence Hotline at 1-800-942-6906. Sumana?
Thanks, Jamie. And in closing, just want to tell you, if you have any other questions pertaining to your housing, please do not hesitate to contact our central intake office at 1-877-574-8529. Monday through Thursday, our hours are 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Fridays, our hours are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We assist residents of Dutchess, Orange, Putnam, Rockland, Sullivan, Ulster, and Westchester counties. And on behalf of Jamie and the rest of us at Legal Services of the Hudson Valley, we wish you and your family a safe time through this insecure time that we're living. Thank you, and thanks for watching our video.